Hi, I'm Cindy Conti, HR consultant, Vancouver Coast and Mountains.
And I'm Ginger Brunner, Senior HR Specialist.
And welcome to HR on the Go, powered by go2HR.
Hey, Cindy, I was reading an article just recently on the Canadian HR Reporter, and it was all about ghosting. And ghosting, not related to online dating, but more ghosting around the whole recruitment process.
I read that article as well. Yeah. So I have been ghosted. I was screening candidates for a really difficult to fill role, contacted a number of them. Some did come in, but some of them just dropped out. A couple of them really just never got back to me. I emailed them back. I followed up, just never heard back from them. One of them just didn't even show up for their interview. Never heard back from them, even after leaving voicemails, emails, and then I just gave up.
Yeah, super frustrating, especially right now, because we can't find people, right? Labor shortage is at its max, and you finally find good candidates, and they don't show up. I was talking to an employer yesterday. Actually, I was out at an industry event, and they were saying the same things, and not just at the interview stages, or the first or second interviews, but actually first day on the job. They'd actually hired people and then they don't show up for that first day. No calls. In some cases, they'll call or email and say they've gotten a better offer, but most of the time they'll just disappear, right? It's an employee's market right now, and it's tough.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So maybe we can share some tips with our employers out there. I know that has been happening, and sometimes you can't prevent it, but maybe we could provide some tips on what to do to help prevent it and make that interview process a little bit smoother for the candidates.
Yeah, definitely. Part of the conversation yesterday was around communication, and setting those expectations really early on in the job postings, sharing with people, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Not every job is perfect, and there's downsides to some of the work that, needs to be done, but being clear with people and letting them know, because they'll find out eventually.
Yes, definitely. And we know that some job descriptions aren't that descriptive, and even the job title might not describe exactly what that job's going to entail, and down to the job duties and what's involved in a day-to-day operation side.
Yeah. The other part too is the hiring process. We know that, we don't want to have warm body syndrome. We don't want to hire the first candidates that come along if we can avoid it. We still want quality candidates for the job. So, sometimes that involves a bit of a process, and we need to be clear with people, but we also can't delay and take a long time to hire.
No, exactly. And I know that some interview processes involve a first, second, and third interview. And I think what's really important is to let the candidate know upfront who they might be meeting with, what's the next step. And if it is going to involve a third interview, they have to meet, a vice president or a general manager. They'll want to know upfront what that process looks like.
Yeah, a lot of them will be in multiple competitions. So, don't kid yourself. It's a challenge. We're up against other employers that are hiring as well, and some might be quicker. So you might lose a good candidate if you're not clear. And
for sure, you need to move fast.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do recall that I was recruiting for a reservation agent. And as part of the interview process, one of the final stages was having that candidate come in and view the workplace. One of the main reasons why we did that was the reservation agents had to sit in a room with no windows. So we wanted to ensure that they met some members of the team, as well as really see what the work environment was going to be like.
Nice. You know what? That's a great example of those expectations and being really clear with people, because that's going to take extra time in the process as well, right? So having people be committed to it, and by sticking through the process, that they're truly interested in the job too.
Definitely.
Yeah. So where can we help more? This is a short video. Let's give them some tips.
For sure. So we do have an HR toolkit available on our go2HR website. We have a number of tip sheets that involve interviewing, the interview process, such as selecting the best candidates, some sample interview questions, as well as a sample script for regretting candidates that don't make the cut, because it is important to get back to those candidates. You might have a job available for them in the future. So you want to make sure that you let them go, but there might be opportunity in future.
Yeah, keep them warm, right?
Yeah.
Keep them interested, just in case. The other is that people can reach out to you and I directly. They can email, phone us. We're happy to have those conversations and help guide through those processes. And if there's something in the toolkit, it's a work in progress. So if there's something that's missing there or people don't see, they can let us know, and we'll certainly work on adding that. So
Definitely. You just need to click on the link in the description of this video.
excellent. Cindy, thanks so much. It was great to chat with you.
Great. Thanks everyone for joining us for another episode of HR on the Go.